down 3-1. My boy Mo D's here in the Detroit Tigers Old English D hat.
I'm
Isaiah
bringing,
Thomas
I'm bringing
throwback
the.
Pistons.
Please, Isaiah, help us. Please help us. Um, Look, man, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. A lot of people think I'm happy being right. It's not about being right. I would much rather celebrate the Pistons sweeping these bums or we being up 3-1 and saying I was wrong. I don't take no pride in this. I don't want the Pistons to look this bad. But to be clear, me and you have been saying all season, you can't let this regular season gas you up for a team that has no playoff experience.
None.
We have none. We have
Don't have
no
any
playoff.
kills.
We have no playoff kills. We have nothing we can stand on to say we can do this and it works in the playoffs. Nothing. We could have
With a
gotten.
ton of unproven young guys.
Dog, we could have gotten. We could have gotten um, Michael Porter Jr. from Brooklyn for next to nothing. We could have got C.J. McCullum for absolute scrap heap. For absolute scrap heap. You said this the start of last season, not this season, the start of last season. Cade needs to get off the ball. We asking him to do way too much. He's averaging almost like 7 or 8 turnovers a game. We can't ask Cade to shoot the ball the most, create the most openings for other players, get the most assists. We're setting them up to
Defend,
fail. Defend,
defend,
defend.
rebound, distribute,
Like
bring the ball up and initiate the offense.
we asked him to do too much, man. Like now, I do think Denias Jenkins is a backup. I think. Let me say this. I'm hoping for us to come back. I don't think we're coming back down 3-1. There's nothing right now that I look at the Pistons that gives me real confidence that we're the better team. Through 4 games, Orlando Magic is the better team. And they're getting more contributions from more players. We have Cade out there by himself, and they're getting contributions. Jalen Suggs had a great game 1. Today was Desmond Bain and Jamal Cain. Like they're getting more contributions from more players. The roster's
And
playing better than ours.
me and you are huge boxing fans, and if you put it in boxing terms, the Pistons have the one huge knockdown in game two, quarter three. And other than that, it's been 10-9 or 10-10
Yep. Yep. Yep.
rounds.
Orlando. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
Orlando. No 10-8s, but it's been 10-9s. Just consistent 10-9s. Consistent 10-9s. And we playing on our heels. We not getting the needed stops. Like we said, the regular season we hung our hat in our defense. And the defense was good today, but we can't score. And we said in the regular season, we don't have a second option for Cade. Jalen Durant is costing himself millions of dollars. He is having an awful series. Not a bad series, an awful series. And he's not a
Well,
number
Mo,
two.
the issue is with Jalen Duren is that he eats off of how Cade is going, right? So
Yes,
if
yes,
Cade is
yes.
getting off and he's able to crack the defense, then yeah, Duran's gonna eat and he's gonna look a lot better. And that's in the regular season, that's a lot easier to come by. In the playoffs, it's not the same. It's not the same. You gotta hunt for your own food. You gotta
No
hunt for
question.
your own food.
No question. And
And
he's not a guy that you could just throw the ball to in the low block and say, go to work, big dog. That ain't him. That ain't Jalen
yeah.
Durant. And it's never been him. And it's like, so like for you, and I'm just so mad at Trains and Landon, man. Like, listen, all
So
the
wait,
people,
so wait,
man.
so wait. So let's because we talk about the Pistons. Let's go through each
Correct.
segment of the organization. We put Tom Gores to the side, whatever.
Yes.
We'll start at the top with the GM and work our way down to the players. For the GM, go.
Um, Trade if we lose this series in game 5, Trajan Landon needs to have a press conference where he leads with, I apologize. I let the fans down. I over evaluated this talent and I thought we were good enough to contend for a championship as is, and I was wrong. Point blank, period. The end. He overrated, and I think again I said this all year. I said because Trajan Landon has never won a championship, he don't respect the grit and everything it takes to win. He think this shit is sweet, and he think like this may be the best chance that we have to win a championship throughout Cade's career. You had the number one record at the trade deadline with assets and the ability to pick up a quality veteran that's going to help Cade. But yet you were
Well,
scared to push your chips to the middle.
I'll make this correction. For the combination of the Detroit Pistons, Trajan Langdon, and Cade, this might be the best chance to win a championship. One of those three factors are going to change soon if they don't put it back together very quickly. Either Trajan's going to get fired or Cade won't be a Piston.
One of the two. One of the two is going to happen. One of the two is going to happen because Cade should be absolutely pissed. And again, like I just think like Trajan was so cute, and I just don't understand. Like people say this is year one. If the opportunity presents itself year one, you have to take advantage of the opportunity. This ain't like a movie where it's like, well, I know it's my first year. Let me see how it is. I don't want to put my chips in the middle.
I signed a
Dog,
3-movie deal.
right. You may not get another movie. And so I'm again, Michael Porter Jr., CJ McCollum, me and you were saying Laurie marketing all the season.
We said it so long that the internet caught up to it. We were a year ahead of that. Like, dog, he fits perfect. Get him. He fits
Yes,
perfect. He fits
yes.
perfectly.
And I
And
and I'm saying
Trajan, he made minimal moves. The Detroit sports scene is tired of the teams in Detroit in general not making trades to bolster the team to make a championship run. I'm a Tigers fan. You're a Tigers fan. We seen it with the Tigers last year. We had a squad with a bunch of low spades. Got to the playoffs. Now we can't make hits. Now we look depending on Tariq School to be Randy Johnson in 2001
right.
to be able to lead us to the promised land. Didn't work out. Um, Look at the Lions. I'm not a Lions fan. You were. You don't support the NFL right now. We working on a deal to get you back, but whatever. The Lions resting on their laurel. They went to the NFC Championship. Just kind of stuck with the draft picks. Didn't go all in on getting top tier talent traded into the team. The next year they lost to the Redskins at home or the Commanders at home, and then the year after that they didn't make the playoffs. Like you have when you get a chance, you got to go for it. And from somebody as an Eagles fan and a fan of Howie Roseman, he goes for it. He makes deals. He went and
The
got
rea-
AJ Brown,
the reality of it
right?
is, man, is that you
Saquon
you
Barkley.
you never know when this opportunity will arise again.
Please.
You never know. You absolutely never know when it's going to rise again. So, like, you can't sit on your hands when the chance is there. Like, you're a number one seed. We're not asking him as a number four seed. You're the second best record in the league, man. Make a move.
Make a move, man. Make a move.
Like, and again, there's Michael Porter Jr., CJ McCullum were right there as low hanging fruit. You're not giving up a starter to get either one of those. Maybe Tobias Harris, who's a free agent anyway. So the best you give up is Tobias Harris and a pick, and you're getting a quality vet. So again, starting with Trajan Landon, I'm
Tobias
put
been in the league for 15 years. He ain't won nothing at the 3, 4, 5, 2. Don't matter. Like Tobias Harris can't be the guy that you're looking at and saying that's gonna be our guy. We rolling in here with Tobias.
yeah, yeah, it's move on. And Trajan dropped the ball. Um, again, let me be clear. I don't want to talk in hindsight. When Orlando traded 4 picks to get Desmond Bain, what I said was I respect the fact that they looked at the landscape and they said Boston is out because of Jason Tatum. Now they were wrong. Like none of us saw Boston still being this good.
No, no.
Indi- Indiana was out because Tyrese Halliburton got a season-ending injury. So they said, okay, those two teams are out. We get one player, we can make a run. I respect the fact
We're
that they
looking at the
did it.
Knicks. Because
Yes.
we didn't see the Pistons looking like this, right?
No, no,
Orlando was
no.
projected to be at least the 3 seed next year.
At least a
It
three
was
seed.
sort of the projections were the Knicks, the Cavs, Orlando, and then throw whatever else in there. That was the
Yeah,
projections.
that was a projection. So now, and to be fair, the season didn't go anywhere near what
No.
Orlando had hoped. So they get to the playing game, they figure it out in the playing game. Or even the last couple weeks prior to the playing game, they figure it out. They get on a run. They're playing the right way. They wanted to play the Pistons. Orlando wanted to play the Pistons. They had no fear of playing the Pistons. And now, a team that went all in with the 8 seed, traded 4 picks to get a player. They went all in, are about to be the team that sat on our fucking hands and didn't make a move at the trade deadline. So Trajan, this loss is squarely on your feet, and you owe the city of Detroit and Pistons fans an apology. You dropped the ball. Now, let me ask you this question, Rome, because I believe Cade is going to take this personal. I respect Cade. Do you think Cade and Trajan are going to have a tense or a difficult talk this offseason?
No, I don't see Cade as that type of guy. I think Cade is the type of guy to look inward first on what he can improve, and he's gonna get in the gym and come back as an even better player. The fact of the matter is that, and we've been on this tip for a long time, with the invention of positionless basketball, we're losing the recipes of how this bread has been baked for 75 years. Right? Like, you got a guy to bring the ball up the court and initiate offense for a reason. You got a guy at 2 that takes jump shots and looks to score for a reason. You got a guy at 3 that kind of is a do-it-all guy. The 4-man has evolved over the years to a 3-and-D bigger guy, but we are also seeing that go back to, hey, you need some size down low because these guys are crashing the rim, right? And the 5-man is a rim protector, inside guy, right? What's become lately of the game, since the inception of LeBron, is this heliocentric universal offenses that, you have the sun and then you have these moons and stars that revolve around them. I wouldn't even call them planets. It's just these moons and stars that revolve around the sun. James Harden, Luka Doncic, Trey
Russell
Young in
Westbrook.
his heyday.
Yeah.
When KD left, Russell Westbrook. And then he does everything. He brings the ball up the court. He gets all the assists. He gets all the rebounds. He has a usage rate sky high. But as the legendary Black Mamba once said, this type of offense doesn't win because when everybody can key in on just you, it's not good basketball.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's not, man.
Right.
And again, I'm a LeBron James fan, and I still would say to my dying day, had LeBron played off the ball and made concessions to make other guys better, I think his finals record is different. But he wanted to play his way. He wanted to play his way.
And look, it's not saying, what people don't understand is, it's not saying that we about to run this high school balanced offense with the motion and everybody touch it. No. Only thing I'm saying is that first is court is 90 feet. That first 45 feet, 50 feet of the floor, let somebody else take care of that part.
Right, man. Right.
Why he got to be the one when the rebound go up, he got to stop and come back and come get the ball. He can't get no leak out bucket real quick. He got to worry about he can't leak out down the floor and force a switch on a mismatch, and then I get the ball with a smaller guy on me because he had to cover me real quick or throw the whole defense off.
He can't get a transition back.
Get the ball.
Yeah, he can't get a transition back.
And then, and so I'll pause on that real quick. We go to the coaching. I think JB is being outcoached because
I do.
You didn't prepare for this. You had 82 games to prepare for this. And y'all playing these 10, 11, 12, 13 guy lineups for long stretches of the game of the season. Where these guys getting these minutes and they out there.
We said this when they was winning, bro. You cannot have no NBA rotation of no 10 fucking players. That is
you just don't know what I don't know what to go to. I don't have my guys of this is what I go to. right? It is a travesty. And I'm like, Ron Holland has to be in the doghouse because we can't say that he's not prepared. He had a great season for his position. He ain't even got an opportunity to show that in the playoffs. He hasn't even got a chance.
Yeah, they
Right?
saying we straight. They saying we straight.
But
They be
but
like
but
we
that's
straight.
what I mean. It can't be a basketball thing because he's showing you all season they can play,
Yes.
right? But because you can't play 10, 11 guys, somebody has to come out. Somebody has to take the
Right.
short end of the stick.
Right.
Somebody
Right.
can't play. The love
Right.
affair with Karis LeVert, like what is he out here for?
Bro,
We said that during the season.
I am not I don't I'm not as critical of JB as you are, but I will say this. Playing Karis LeVert has got me mind boggled. Like this is not a he's a vet. This is not a playoff battle tested veteran who's won a championship, been in the trenches. He's not that type of player. So like if Karis LeVert had a couple championships under his belt, been in some long playoff runs, I'm okay with this. That's not
This
Karis
ain't
LeVert.
Marcus Smart.
Right. Bro, like I'd much rather see Ron Holland out there. And this is why I give you credence at. To me, it seems like the offense is struggling, and now JB is kind of scrambling to see where I can get some offense from. Because for Ron Holland to play as much as he did in the regular season, to basically be neutered in the playoffs with a game for everything on the line, must win, he gets a coaching do not play coaching decision. That is like JB, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we
And
doing?
it messes with
What
the rhythm of the team because
yes,
he doesn't know
he
this
the
now. Now you
energy.
can't go to him.
Yeah, he the energy guy. He's had a role all season that contributed to 60 wins. Now you're telling him, I don't trust you and I'm not playing you. That what you're saying with a coach. Everything's on the stake, and he's saying, I'm not playing you. That is a direct slap in the face to Ron Holland.
Marcus Sasser got major minutes. Kevin Herter, when he got there, he started getting some decent minutes. Karis LeVert is the one that fell out of the rotation for real at the end of the season. And now
And they
he's in the
still
top 8.
now he's playing again. That's what are we
What are we
doing, JB?
doing?
What are we doing, JB? Yeah, I'm JB's definitely getting out coached. And I'll say this. The leadership of Orlando seems starting about a couple weeks before the play-in. They really got on the same page. They playing for each other. They doing things the right way, and they look to be a connected unit now. So let's be clear: Orlando was picked preseason to be a top 3 to 4 team. They had a bad regular season. No excuses. Now it seems like they're looking like the team that everybody projected them to be at the start of the season. And unbeknownst to us, you know, we're a regular season team that don't really understand the difference of playoff basketball and the level of preparation, the level of execution, and how hard you got to work to win in the playoffs. We seem to be, we seem not to really grasp that. And I'm with you. I'm giving JB the coach. His coaching this series, I'm gonna give him a C minus D, probably a D. What would you grade through 4 games? What would you give JB?
I got it at a D because the game one, terrible rotation. They try to play 11 guys, 12 guys. That was
That's
the one
right.
game
That's
that,
right. They
yeah,
play 11 guys, which is insane.
that was the one game that Ron Holland actually got some minutes. Herter got some minutes. They trying to figure it out. Um, and it's not the preparation for the series, it's the preparation all season, right?
Yes,
Like the Knicks
you
series
prepare.
showed y'all last year that I
Here we go.
loved when somebody else initiated offense and K just came up with a simple side screen pin down. And when they ran that action right there a couple
With
times,
Dennis, with Dennis
Orlando
Schrader,
was in trouble.
they
No,
did
no,
it with
no. I'm
Dennis
talking about
Schrader. The
this
Knicks.
this
Oh
game
yes.
tonight they ran it.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That was another thing. I thought that they had seen it like, damn, like our best lineup was with Schroeder. So we're gonna try to keep him or get somebody even better, and it's gonna be even better. It was like, nah. And then Dennis Jenkins came out of nowhere and just took somebody minutes. That's another thing. So y'all secondary ball handler is an undrafted two-way guy, and you're
Yeah,
in the
we
NBA playoffs with this, he pretty much
yeah
a
we
rookie, an undrafted
yeah
rookie out here.
yeah. That's basically what it is. That's basically what it is. So I like the Nash Jenkins. But I think we need to get a veteran point guard that can help ease the load off of Cade. Cade does not have. Cade can't play with this type of usage. Not in the playoffs. We're setting him up to fail. We're asking him to do way too much, and that's why he's turning the ball over so much. He's
And
loading up on
the coaching of how many dumb fouls have we seen this series from the Pistons?
him. Ooh wee. Oof.
Durant Stewart still getting texts. He get a dumb foul. It's like every 7 possessions. It's gonna be a dumb foul. He set a screen. He set this pin down screen. He bumped the guy. The guy bumped him, right? And then he went to him again. Like the guy got whoever came off the pin, I forget who it was, got the ball and everything. And then he went into him again. And ref like, nah, I got to call this. I got it. And they talking about a flop. It's the NBA, dog. You can't do that.
You can't do that, bro. Why? And why would you do that? Why would you do
Why?
that?
You got the screen off. You forced the switch, and he got open for the pass. That's what you
Right.
wanted. Got
That's
job
your job.
accomplished.
You
But you
done.
want to. But in your mind, this tough guy wanting to be big and bad, and I got to keep up my appearances and stuff. That ain't. Are we here? You want to play MMA? Are we in a
Right.
bar fight?
Right. Are you trying to win playoff games, man? That's what you're trying to do.
Playing
And
basketball, dog.
that was just a dumb, like, that's not what a veteran does. That is just not a veteran does. Not in that moment, not in that part of the game. We need these possessions. Like, so I think Isaiah Stewart has one more year left on his contract. Like, I'm just telling you this. I don't know what the move is to be made. But I'm telling you right now, like, we need to make a trade to get somebody better than Jalen Duran on this team if we want to win a championship. And I don't care who's involved in that trade. Austin Thompson, Jalen Duran, Isaiah Stewart, multiple draft picks. We need to make a move. This is not a championship roster. It's not.
Well, I'll tell you what the move is, right? You got 2 options. First option is getting a lead guard that is also the second best player that can create, hit an open jump shot, handle the ball, and play defense. Whatever that looks like, right? And then you keep everything else the same and then get whatever wings you give up because y'all loaded with wings, whatever wings and draft picks you have to give up to get it. And again, the only thing that's off the table is Cade at this point. Right,
That's
so
it.
whatever wings you got to give up, whatever picks you got to give up, you get a lead guard that can handle the ball, defend, and hit an
Do you
open
hear
three.
that? Frank, do you hear that? Ron Holland can be traded, bro. Asar Thompson can be traded. They're not locks. Understand that. Get that
When
through
you
your
lose,
thick ass skull. You are a
when you
number one
losing the 1
seed.
seed, yeah,
Everybody's on the table.
everything
Everybody's on the table. Everything's on the table.
The second option is you get a stretch 4 or a power 4 or a bona fide second creator scorer wing,
Like
and you
Laurie
get
Marketing in Utah, like Laurie
like
Marketing.
Michael Porter Jr., 6'10", won a championship, right? Like Franz seemed to be doing well. Laurie Marcus is a better player than Franz Wagner.
They're not close.
Sorry.
They're not close. They're not close.
He's bigger. He can shoot it better. He can create his own shot. He's a matchup problem. Franz is pretty good too. I like Franz, but
No,
I
I
think
like
Laurie's a
Franz.
better player.
Yes.
So
Anybody with sense think Laurie's a better player.
you get something of that mold. You slide that into the 4 spot. You keep Duran. You keep one of the 2 between Osser or Ryan, and then you still go get
This
a
the Ron
starting
Holland
point
right
guard.
there. Yes, we got to get a starting point guard. This the Ron Holland.
Yeah,
That's the Ron Holland.
I'm sorry.
I'm
And Cade numbers are going to take a hit. It ain't going to look the same. You ain't going to get all these
29,
milestones
29
yeah.
and 8 assists. No.
But do you want to win a
Cade-
championship?
Right. That's the whole thing at this point. We're not going to win a championship with Cade Cunningham's usage at the rate it is right now. We're not. We're not.
So
Was
that's the options as far as personnel moves to me that you can quickly bolster and get back right because it's not broken. It's just not championship level because I
right,
was talking
right.
to them talking to them in the chat and they're like, well, you saying all this whoop whoop, and I'm like, look, and they, to the players, we can start talking about the players now. Jalen Duren's been MIA, and yes, if you get a better series from Jalen Duren, he can literally change this series with 20, 10, and 3 blocks. Right now, he can change this series.
Correct.
But you're not getting out the East with just that as a
No,
change.
no, 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 no. If
The
the goal
Boston
is to win,
Celtics would
the goal
sweep
is
the
to beat
Pistons.
Orlando. Yes, yes. The goal is not to beat Orlando. The goal is to win a championship. This is
Yeah.
not a championship roster.
Yes.
Even if Jalen Duran was to fix this and we win game 6 and we come back and win this series, bro, I'm coming like this. We win the
I
series.
don't know
I'm
why. I
partying.
don't know why. I don't know
I'm
why.
partying.
I don't know why. It's
This
a
is the
it's a
first,
bloody it's a bloody death at the end of this road, no matter what it is,
no matter
and
what.
it's gonna hurt.
Yes, 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 because we're not a championship caliber team. So if the goal is to win a championship, we need to make some serious changes. Like Tracy, look at the roster and what can we move to get something that's going to make us championship. And I just think
And
Michael Porter Jr. is a player.
it's just the rub with today's NBA big, especially the American big. They have no post moves. They have no back to the basket game. They're not comfortable down there. Everything is on the perimeter, and we'll teach them how to shoot more. How about you teach them the right hand jump hook over the top?
Yes,
How about you teach them
and a
one
counter, and a
pound,
counter.
two
Yeah,
pound, turn over your left shoulder, and I'm gonna
and
knock this hook down. Right? How about we teach that? Why
just
does
one.
everything have to be on the perimeter,
Yes,
off the bounce, and doing all this nonsense?
screen and roll, screen and run to the rim. Like he needs to have a go-to move and a counter
Your
to
go-to
where
move can't be screen, go to the rim, and somebody else is gonna dump it off to me.
that's not a go-to move. That's not a
It's not a
go-to move.
go-to move.
And you said this again, Frank. This is for you. JD eats off of Cade. Period.
He eats off
Period.
Cade.
You was gassed up watching this regular season, and we try to tell your ass. Rod, try to tell your ass. Hove, try to tell your ass. You too old, dog, to be watching the NBA and not knowing the difference. But that lets me know the TV was just motherfucking on. You really wasn't watching it. You really wasn't watching it. The TV was just on. You really wasn't watching it. Because anybody with some NBA sense knows the regular season is not remotely the playoffs. It's a whole different game. We're not playing the Brooklyn Nets. We're not playing them.
Yeah.
We're not playing the Sacramento Kings.
Well,
You're playing a quality opponent that's going to watch game plan, that's going to take away your strength.
you're
That's what
not playing
happens
the
in the.
Orlando Magic in November.
No, you're not playing the Pelicans. You're playing a legit NBA team that's going to scout you and they're going to take away your strength. So how can you still win when they take away your strength?
Yeah. What's
And
the
again,
counterpunch? What's the counterpunch to the counterpunch?
yeah, that's the NBA playoffs. And anybody that's been watching this shit for the past 75 fucking years would know this. This is not new. The Detroit Pistons are not and will not be, they're not the first, nor will be the last fraud ass regular season team to be exposed in the playoffs.
Listen,
When
man.
Dr. James Naismith put the first peace basket up before he cut the hole out, when they had to stop the game to get the ball out of the peace basket, there was a nice ass team in the regular season that was fraud as fuck in the playoffs. That happened back then. It's going to continue to happen. We just saw it with Cleveland. We just saw it.
The Bucks a couple years ago.
Yeah, so I don't understand. Like, we have no playoff kills. And again, I kept saying the whole time, Rod, your motherfucking ass swore up and down JD's a number 2. Talking mad reckless in the group chat. All I kept saying was, wait till the playoffs. We'll see in the playoffs. Now we fucking seen in the playoffs.
So and
Now
then
what we do?
the other issue is, and I think the biggest the absolute biggest thing, and everybody wants to point to Duren. Ausar is a defensive game changer.
Yes,
He is
absolutely.
warranted
Absolutely.
first team all defense.
And it will
But
probably be first team all defense the next 5 to 6 years. He's
but
a
the
very good defensive player.
but the way they don't respect that jump shot and how they can sink out and close out late and close out for him to
How,
drive,
how they
no
pack the
respect for it.
paint. They
Yeah.
pack the paint. They pack the paint and say, shoot that broke ass jumper. Please. Please. And
Even better, we
again,
know you ain't. We know you
right.
ain't, and K gonna kick it out to you, and then we're gonna cut you off when you get to the paint because that's where you're going, and then we're gonna wall up and make you have to like you can't. There's no area for garbage man in the playoffs to be playing 30 minutes.
No,
Garbage
especially
man,
when
10, 12, 15, 20.
yes, especially when you don't have a team that has shooting. So say we had another shot creator, a legit shooter. Now you can maybe put him out there. But we have no shooting. Nobody, Jalen Wren don't shoot. No one shoots. They're just loading the paint up. And again, Frank,
Tobias isn't a great 3-point shooter.
you were talking this stupid shit about Fred Vincent. That motherfucker deserves to be fired. Let's make that clear. You was talking mad crazy how you got
Well, that's
Ron Holland
hold
jump
on.
shot fix. No, man, fuck that. No, man, fuck that. He gonna get Austin jumper tight. Austin gonna be doing this. Austin gonna be a backup point guard. Austin ain't shit on offense. Let's make that clear. He's a very good
It's
defensive player.
limited.
He's a extremely Arthur Thompson cannot be a top 3 player on a championship team unless you got 2 elite Hall of Famers as a 1 and 2.
And
He can't do it, bro.
And shooting everywhere else.
And shooting everywhere else. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. It's just, and I like him. And again, I like him, but again, I'm dangling him to get a trade. If I had to trade Arthur Thompson to get Laurie Marketing, make it happen today. Make it happen today.
I feel like I'm not going to give up that higher level skill on defense because I feel like there's a
I feel
win.
you.
You can win there, but I do agree that we need to get some real offensive firepower above that, right? So he can be that one spacing guy. Now, if it's for the guy that he in the dunker spot that you kicking out to, then he stays there. But Duren's in the dunker spot. Duren's the one setting the
Right.
screen and roll. He's rolling to the rim.
Right. So we got
He's
two.
in a
We got we got a wing player as a dunker spot. Bro, come on, man.
And Tobias is not on the stay attached no matter what plan. Javonte Green ain't on that plan. Beef Stew ain't on that plan. Karis LeVert ain't. DJ Dennis Jenkins is. That's fine. But he's got defensive limitations. Duncan Robinson
Yeah.
has defensive limitations. We've seen it the past few years. I mean, it's been like this for you got to be able to play both ways. And that's what the
Yes.
best basketball players do. And I hate the term two-way player. I think it's you're just a better player if you could. You're just a better player. The better players can
Yes.
play both ways.
Yes. They take pride in both ways. They take pride in both ways. And again, I'll be honest with you. I don't see us winning this series. I really don't. And my thing is,
You'll
okay,
be
so what's
gassed up.
next?
They win Game 5.
That is correct. That is what that is 100% correct. We back to the grill again, going on a roll. All we gotta do is win game 6 to bring it back home game 7. You're right about that. And I can't see us, bro, I can't see us just packing in and just folding the game in game 5. I think we're gonna show up big in game 5.
The problem is it's not just a we miss shots thing. It's not a problem of Paolo averaging 40, man. He just so hot from 3, or Bane averaging 35 and he just so hot from 3 that we down 3-1. Orlando's not playing great. I've been lamenting
No,
the way
no,
Paolo
no.
plays all series. He's playing like
Yeah,
a shooting
yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Right?
Matter
He's
of
all
fact,
on the
bro,
he's on the perimeter
bro,
every game.
bro, he was 4 of 18 from the field. It took him 18 shots to score 18 points. That's not a good game. That's not a
Look
good
at
game.
take a peek at Suge's field goal percentage. Just take a
Yeah.
peek.
I knew it was bad.
This is
I didn't know it was that
this is the
bad.
game the Orlando Magic won.
This is listen. Game 1, Jalen Suggs was the best player on the court. Game 4, he shot 1 of 13 for the field, 1 of 11 from 3. And guess what?
That's what I'm
He was a plus
saying.
17, and he was a plus 17.
Yeah, no, he's again can play both ways. He ain't turning. They not. And the other part is they not turning the ball over.
Correct.
They get
He
a
had 2
shot every
turnovers.
possession.
Yep. Yep. It's a huge difference,
And
man. Oof.
so and that's my worry with the Pistons is that this wasn't no man. They just playing out cold. They just right
Right.
now
Somebody got hot. Somebody got hot. And he got on the roll, and we couldn't stop him. This
they
was
lost
just
Franz for the whole second half. And this is my problem with the JB and the Ron thing. You can't tell me Ron can't give that type of contribution to Jamal Cain did, because Jamal Cain won that game today. He
Jamal
was
Cain.
spectacular.
He turned the corner on Cade, came right down the lane, and just smashed on JD, bro.
The defense was amazing from him. Switching
Yeah,
out on
man.
Cade, just
Yeah.
making every shot tougher.
They throwing big
Rebounding.
bodies on Cade. Yeah, they throwing big bodies on Cade, man. They throwing big bodies on him. Anthony Black. They making it tough for Cade, man. They making it really tough for Cade. Um, I don't want to say I'm feeling sorry for him, but I do feel bad that Cade doesn't have anybody that makes the game easier for him. Nobody. There's nobody in the Pistons that he can play off of. Nobody. He has to create everything for himself and for every other player on the team besides Denias. That's it.
So when you look at the Orlando, they know who their guys are. They started 5: Suggs, Bane, Franz, Paolo,
Wendell Carter.
Wendell
Wendell
Carter.
Carter.
Off the bench first, Anthony Black, Batadze, Kane, um,
The other year,
De
I just see his
Silva.
name.
De
Yes,
Silva.
yes, yes.
That 4. They got 9, right? And De Silva is kind of spot minutes, relieve a couple guys. Anthony Black, I'm buying stock in that. He's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Anthony
I like
Black's gonna be
Anthony
great.
Black. I like Anthony Black.
Once he puts it together, he's gonna be great. But so Ryan Holland can't give you the Jamal Cain, just try to change the game with some energy, get a dunk,
Mm.
get on the break. I trust him.
Especially
I
with
trust him more. I trust him more to have
the
an
Karis
impact
LeVert.
both ways than Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. I
Yes,
trust him more to have a bigger impact on the game on both sides. I trust him a little bit more than Osser to have a bigger impact both ways. Osser's impact defensively is
it's
amazing. His
spectacular. It's
impact
spectacular.
offensively is garbage points at this point. It's garbage points and fast break points. He's
It's that
getting
I wish
tip
that
dunks. He's
I,
getting dunks around the rim.
when we get big and get a producer, I would have hit that Price is Right buzzer. That
The loser
that's
game
Austin.
show sound.
Yeah, that's Austin Thompson's offense. That's Austin Thompson's offense, man. It's non-existent. And Fred Vincent's supposed to fix that. Fuck out of here, man.
So, I mean, at this point, like you said, they absolutely can't lose Game 5 at the crib.
I
Because
don't think it's
then
gonna happen.
now
I
the
still feel
now the Sharks are circling the water, saying, "Oh yeah, we can get even more than we thought." Now the GMs are calling y'all, what you need.
now they looking to swindle. Now they looking to get deals. Now they say his nose open. You can get somebody for cheap now. His nose open now. His nose open now. He off that hookah pipe. He ain't playing
Real
Call of
quick,
Duty.
real
I ain't see his call sign on Call of Duty. He ain't playing Call of Duty no more.
they asking their son, dog, hey man, see if he in the lobby real quick. let me ask you this. I just want a thought exercise real quick. I'm Danny Ainge. You're Trajan Langdon. Call me real quick.
Hey, Danny, this trade Atlanta,
Click,
Detroit Pistons.
click. Danny Ainge gonna turn to his assistant and say, "Don't worry, he gonna call right back. Don't worry. I got him right where I want him. I got him right where I want him. He called back, dog. We getting 2 more swaps. We getting 2 more swaps.
Yeah,
If
he
he
gets some
called back,
picks.
I'm getting 2 more swaps.
Yeah.
And
And the thing,
and
he
also,
had it. He had a Tobias Harris expiring contract. That should have been
it,
turned into a player.
listen, man. And I
No,
know we don't
just
have a
make
ton of listeners. We don't have a ton of listeners. And most of the people is listeners through the chat. Some of my players, people that do listen. Listen, let me really AI record this part. What you have to understand about the salary cap is if the money's on the books and it's expiring, you can only really truly replace that if you bring money in, right? So if I have $27 million for Tobias and I brought in $27 million to match that and it's on the books, and now you say I want to sign Jalen Duren, I can go over my cap to sign him. Yes, there's penalties, there's aprons or whatnot. I can go over my cap to sign my guys because I have his
the
bird
Larry Bird.
rights.
Yes, his Larry Bird rights.
But once that money walks out the door, that money comes off the books. Now you got to do some. There's ways around it. You can do sign and trades before you sign Jalen Duren and stuff like that. But if you let that money walk out and then you sign Jalen Duren, what happens is it's like a tank. That Jalen Duren money is going to take up that space in the tank. Now you can't go over to bring more in, right? So that's why a deal for Michael Porter Jr. made sense at the deadline, but y'all fall in love with these teams and not think about the long term. If you brought Michael Porter in and let's say you lose, yeah, we locked into this, but now we can lock in and get Jalen Duren his contract. And I have no doubt in my mind that Michael Porter Jr. is a better basketball player than Tobias Harris has ever been.
Yeah, that's not even a debate. We're not even debating that. Like that's not even up for debate. That's not even up for debate. Like again, man, it's like assets mean nothing unless you turn them into players. You don't win championships with assets. You win championships with bad motherfuckers. You take those assets and you turn them into bad motherfuckers. That's how you win. Sam Presti has turned assets into bad motherfuckers.
Yeah,
That's how Oklahoma City's winning.
and you just look at like the construction of a team, and it's like, okay, so just take Cleveland for instance. Like they're looking at it like, okay, we go into this game, Harden could have a 30-10 game. Mitchell can go for 40. Uh Evan Mobley, he can go for 25, 10, and 5 blocks. Like and can change and have that big of an impact on the game and win a ball game for us. There's nobody offensively. I think Austin can have an impact defensively. Jalen Duren is obviously lost. At this point, he's lost. He just it's a
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
cause.
he just
He's out of here. You can stop.
yep,
He's gone for the season. You
yep.
got
But
Cade,
this
obviously.
playoffs,
Who else do you have to say, okay, man, we can get 30 from him tonight and win this game?
yep. We don't.
You don't.
And
Michael Porter
Trey
Jr.
didn't
is
do
that
that.
guy. CJ McCollum's that guy. Ayu Dosunmu, we might not known that before last week. He's proven that. He just scored 40 against the Nuggets. He's that guy. CJ McCollum has a long playoff history. He's terrible defensively in some ways, but offensively, he's that guy. He can
I
get
would
you a bucket and win you a game.
I would much rather have him than Karis LeVert or Kevin Horter
Oh
or
my
Duncan
God, no!
Robinson.
What? What? That's not even
Like,
a debate.
like I don't
Never
understand.
been a debate.
And again, the crazy part is he was traded for a PlayStation controller to go to Washington. I mean, to go to Atlanta. They gave him a PlayStation controller to get him, bro. Like, we could have did that, man. Like, I don't. The CJ McCollum one is really the one. Like, that's the one. Like
Ayu
Michael Porter,
Dosunmu went for Rob Dillingham and 4 second-round picks. What are you talking about?
bro.
That's a guy that you can sign in the offseason for a mask. He can play, and he's
Dog,
young, and he played both sides of the floor.
dog. I'm telling Trajan right now, man. This might be your last year, bro. Like, you really. you really fucked this one up. Like you had a really good chance, and you
Hey
really fucked this one
man,
up. And
hey,
again, I hope there's another time within the next 5 years that we have the number one seed at the trade deadline. That don't happen often, man. I'm just
let
telling you
me
right
ask
now,
you.
it don't happen often.
I'm gonna ask you a few questions to close us out.
Go.
Man, I kind of know the answers. I just want to put you on record. If Bob Myers is looking to say, "Hey, I come run it,"
Man, I'm grabbing that motherfucker Trajan by the fucking back of his pants and throwing that motherfucker out the fucking window, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. Trajan, I'm good on Trajan. If we can get Bob Myers, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like listen, I'm be real with you. If I'm Tom Gores, I'm sending out overtures right now through back channels. What's up with Bob Myers? Because correct me if
if
I'm wrong.
Steve,
He's doing stuff with the NFL right now, right? Like he's like kind of a consultant at NFL or
yeah, man,
something,
come on, man, yeah,
just to
whatever.
get a check.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
okay. To be
yeah.
the guy again, come on, man,
Yeah,
come on now.
I would make overtures for Bob Myers. Next question.
Steve Kerr for front office or coach.
Let me say this right now. We lose in the first round. That's gonna happen. If I was the owner, we lose in the first round. I'm going to
For
Steve
what? For
Kerr.
which one? Because Steve Kerr has
I'm
history with the front
yeah, yeah,
office and as a
yes.
coach.
And I'm gonna ask Steve Kerr, which one do you want? Which one do you want? That's what I'm gonna ask him. Which one do you want? Which one
Hey,
do you want? You like it?
if he comes in at either one, if he comes in at either one, he's gonna be the guy. And Trajan and JB need to tell their wives, dog, you need to hold off on that home improvement that we you talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
You talking about
I'm
you
telling
talking about knocking that
I'm
wall
telling
down and adding that sauna. Don't do that right now. We might not be here all.
I'm asking Steve Kerr, what would it take for you to come? And we get any position you want. Do you want to be the VP of ops or do you want to be the coach? Which one do you want to be? I'm doing either one for Steve Kerr. This is losing in the first round is a colossal failure, and I have no problem with either Trajan or JB being fired. I have no problem. If let me say this wrong. Not being fired, if we're going to get an upgrade, I consider Bob Myers and Steve Kerr an upgrade. Now, I wouldn't fire
I
them.
got a couple more names.
Okay. I wouldn't fire them just for the sake of firing them. But if
Yeah.
I had assurances that I can get one of them two, one of them motherfuckers is out. Next question.
Tom Thibodeau, the coach, the butcher.
Hmm. He just runs. He runs the guys to the ground wrong. I'm gonna pass on
Run him
Tom
into
Thibodeau.
the ground. The Knicks didn't get had no injuries last year. What are you talking about?
No, no, no. I'm just saying. No, no, no. His attitude and personality just is cantankerous, and the guys tune him out pretty quick. He gets tuned out pretty quick. He loses the team pretty quick. So I wouldn't go Tom Thibodeau.
He lost Carl Anthony Towns, man. If you don't stop.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I
You're
got
right about
I
that.
got
I'm
I
wrong
gotta
about
get
that one.
I gotta get these guys a win, man. I gotta get JB and Trajan a win. Uh I think this guy's gonna be looking for employment this summer.
Mm.
Daryl Morey.
Oh hell no, motherfuck him. Nah, motherfuck him, bro. And Bill Simmons, I hope this reaches you. I remember you used to be on your fucking Grantland show talking about if Daryl Morey was the NBA lucky to have Daryl Morey because he could be running some Fortune 500 company. Daryl Morey fucking sucks. And his track record shows nothing special about him. Never been to the finals. I think he's been to one conference finals, and he's a genius. The fuck out of here, man. No way, Daryl Morey. No way. No way. No way.
I got you. I got you. No, that's all the names I got right now, dog. Unfortunately, ain't no brothers in the mix that I can think of that I can throw in there. But maybe man, I got another win for you. I got another win for the boys. Grant Hill to run the ops.
Let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something.
The
That
prodigal son has
motherfucker,
returned.
that motherfucker Grant Hill has been laying low on the cut trying to get his jersey retired. You're not
That,
getting that jersey retired, motherfucker. You left on your own. That's not happening. I want Grant Hill to see this. You're not getting your jersey retired, motherfucker. You chose to leave. We don't want you
He
as your
did.
jersey retired. We don't want you as a general manager. You only step foot in the LCA when you do a color commentating for the game. That's it. Other than that, you're not welcome in the LCA, motherfucker. Make that clear. Make that clear.
So, so we're not gonna do no better than that. We'll be back probably Tuesday or Wednesday night to wrap up the rest of the league and everything going on. Denver got a win today, get back 3-2.
Yes, they got a
Oklahoma City
3-2.
closed out the Suns. We'll wrap those series up and just see where we at now. But it's a dark day in Detroit right now. It's a dark day.
We're really sad, and man, it's gonna be a tough next couple of days, bro.
Well, we'll get at y'all in a few. Appreciate y'all
Camp
stopping
8.
by. Camp 8.